Good morning, party people. Today is Independent Bookstore Day. I wasn't planning on vlogging today, but I am out and about and like the itch just hit me. In the past, when it comes to Independent Bookstore Day, not usually, 2 years ago, I spent the entire weekend bouncing around the entire Twin Cities and outer metro areas. This year, we're not doing that. Even last year, we cut it down a lot. I just stuck to St. Paul. This year, I'm sticking like to downtown St. Paul. Maybe we'll head over to Grand. Like, maybe. That's a big maybe. Because to be quite frank, as much as I love supporting independent bookstores, specifically on this weekend, last year was a lot, to the point where it really wasn't enjoyable to be in any of the bookstores. Whereas the year prior, I went to so many bookstores and there was only one where I really felt uncomfortable with the quantity of people in the bookstore. Otherwise, most of the bookstores I went into, it was like, yeah, it was a little busy, but it wasn't like I can't even look at books and feel comfortable busy, you know? But I truly am just going out because there's like one book I want to pick up, which is Yesteryear. That's the only book on my agenda. However, it is bright and early before any of the bookstores are open. Booksellers might just now be waking up. I have no idea. But it's 7 a.m. We're heading to the library because I have some books I need to drop off. I also have a shipping label I need to print off for an item I'm returning. So yeah, library. Then I am going to the gym this morning. Then hopefully FedEx will be open and I'll swing by FedEx. Then we're gonna do some book shopping. I think we're gonna go to Subtext and Storyline, which are both in downtown. And then if I get a wild, crazy hair, we might go to Next Chapter, but that's like if I get a wild hair. To be honest, Next Chapter was the one bookstore last year where I felt like I couldn't breathe in. So I'm really like hesitant to go to that one this year.
Thanks for using the library book drop. The door will close when you are finished.
Man, this is giving me flashbacks of when I used to like literally just come to the library to use the computers to print out pictures of Sailor Moon.
We're in a bit of a pickle. I went to the library. I swung by the store because I had to do some bits and bobs shopping. I don't know why. A group of girls just walked past and I was just like, I can't be perceived filming. People walk past me all the time and I don't give a fuck. But I think it's because I accidentally made eye contact with one of them, so it got awkward. Anyways, I technically could go to Storyline right now because they're open, but Subtext doesn't open till 10. FedEx doesn't open till 10. So it's just a little bit before 9. I don't really want to go to the gym, but I know if I go to the gym, like, I'll be glad I went to the gym. I literally would have to pass the gym to go home anyways. I'll probably go to the gym. I am totally decked out for rain. Rain's not on the radar anymore. I mean, you never know. It can just magically appear at the drop of a hat, but I feel like what I'm wearing is just like a scotch overkill now. Okay. I just dropped off the return for that chair. Thank goodness. Okay, so the UPS by me, it's a door that you have to physically open. But I was like, oh, this is going to be such a pain. Like, it's not the end of the world. I would have been able to get it done. But it's just annoying when you have to like physically open a door. When you have a massive package on hand. FedEx had automatic doors. Ah, love that for me. Love that for you. Love that for us. And now I'm gonna head to Dunkin'. Should I probably get coffee from like a local joint? Absolutely I should. But also, I've been seeing a bunch of stuff about like some banana coffee drink at Dunkin', and I really want to try it because I love banana milk in my coffee. I want to try that, see what it's all about. I kind of want to stop by So-Yen, maybe get a donut or two, maybe get some salt bread. Oh my god, I need to find other places that do salt bread because So-Yen's only open on the weekends, and I need options outside the weekends. And then I might wander around the actual farmers market itself. Technically it's their opening weekend for the season. Hopefully it's easy to find parking. Fingers crossed. You as well. That was so fast. Oh my god. This is a medium? This is what mediums look like nowadays? Shut up. Oh, that tastes like a banana Laffy Taffy. Banana milk doesn't have that Laffy Taffy type flavor to it. It's more like the Laffy Taffy almost has not a sour note to it, maybe more of an acidic note to it. And that's what this has. Whereas banana milk itself has it's more of like a creamy banana. A creamy artificial banana flavor, if you know what I mean. So it works better in coffee. I'm not saying this is bad. I'm just saying this has more of like the banana Laffy Taffy note to it. So it's just not 100% what I was expecting. I'm still gonna drink it, you know what I mean? Just went to the farmer's market. I'm so awkward about filming in public. One of these days I will be able to film in public. However, now we're gonna head over to Storyline, the bookstore. I also forgot to mention that I stopped by So-Yen and got me my salt rolls and a donut. Just finished at Storyline, heading to Subtext. Yesterday was not at Storyline, but also they usually have like one of each copy on stock. So if it was purchased, I missed out. For that random just stairwell. Hello. Thank you.
slide, budget, kiss, more. 받아낸 상만지 부킬. 넌 언제나 소음이 발생이야. Working off time, their ratio got us going worldwide. Yeah, we gon' celebrate cause we got good come. I give life to my words, yeah, I'm doing what I say. I reach heights from the past, yeah, I'm doing what I say. You know I like the way I lie, yeah, I'm doing what I say. I'm doing what I say, doing what I say.
I think this is the least amount of money I have spent on an independent bookstore weekend. And honestly, I probably could have gone to more bookstores because the two I went to today were pretty chill, pretty tame, pretty calm. It makes me want to go to more bookstores tomorrow, but also at the same time, I don't. So we're gonna wrap up this video by talking about the books that I did get and the books I also picked up from the library. I am trying to get into the habit, instead of just like buying books right off the rip, checking them out from the library, getting the audiobooks, and kind of like in the case of yesteryear, I'm so excited. It literally, as soon as I walked into subtext, it was right there. Hello. Hi. With this one, I started the audiobook and I was just like, oh no, we're gonna need the physical copy because I'm gonna need to take some notes. I'm very excited to have this in my hands. I also did pick up, because Storyline didn't have yesteryear on the sales floor that I saw. I did pick up Agnes Aubert's Mystical Cat Shelter by Heather Fawcett. First and foremost, how stinking cute is this cover? To be so totally free with you, not a damn clue what it's about, but I've seen so many people saying like this is a really cute book, and I loved Emily Wilde's by Heather Fawcett. I felt so about the second Emily Wilde's book, and I haven't started the third one, so we'll see if I do end up enjoying it. I felt more so about the second book in the Emily Wilde series because I loved Emily, and I'm blanking on his name. I want to say Wilbert. That's not his name though. That I was obsessed with like their relationship and their dynamic, that the second book of Emily Wilde's brought in more characters who I was like, I just don't care about you guys. And I have a feeling that the third book is going to be more surrounding like the extra additional characters that we've introduced. So it literally has nothing to do with the story itself or Heather Fawcett's story writing. It's just like the characters I'm not the biggest fan of. So yeah, I'm really intrigued to read about Agnes Aubert's Mystical Cat Shelter. Additionally, from the library, I did pick up a couple books. Tradwife. This is a horror story about a tradwife, so you can see some themes happening in the publishing industry this year. And then I also picked up, this one just caught my eye, mostly because of the sprayed edges on it. The cover itself, not the biggest fan of, but this is Fundamentals of Being a Good Girl. I know nothing about it. I kind of wanted to use this book for Can You Judge a Book by Its Cover? So I literally read like the first sentence of this and I was like, I think this will be a good Can You Judge a Book by Its Cover? And then finally, this book has had some backlash on how it was marketed. I didn't really see any marketing for this book. I just saw the book in stores when it came out in a Murata. So when I first read the synopsis of this book, I knew it was going to be probably gothic horror. There's necromancy. The synopsis summary itself feels more grim, more dark, but apparently it was marketed as, I think, a romantasy is what I have been seeing across the interwebs. And apparently there's a lot of triggers in this book. Me personally, I feel indifferent about having trigger warnings on books. I think if you know that there are certain topics in certain instances that would trigger you, I would highly encourage you to, we all have phones these days. You're at a bookstore, do a quick Google search, you know? Or I feel like if there are trigger warnings, I personally would prefer that they're in the back, just because I feel like sometimes trigger warnings can spoil a book or certain plot points. If they're gonna exist in books, I would prefer they be in the back. But apparently there's a lot of triggers in this book, and apparently there weren't any. Ava Reed doesn't list trigger warnings. I don't know. I also don't really pay attention to marketing of books, so that's just me. If you've heard anything about this book, if you've read this book, if you saw that it was marketed as a romance novel, let me know. I'm very curious. I just wasn't blown away by Lady Macbeth, and that one I was so excited for. The concept of that book I was so excited for, but who knows, maybe like this book will redeem Ava Reed in my eyeballs because I read some pretty gruesome stuff, so feel sometimes I'm a little desensitized to certain topics. So I'll let you guys know. We'll do a reading vlog about this together. It'll be great. Fun books on the agenda, on the calendar. Also, look at the cutesy patootsy passport with the little loon. Anyways, thank you so much for hanging out with me on this independent bookstore day. I hope this was a fun little just blog for y'all. I had a really great time, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.